What is up, everyone? Today I'll be showcasing the most fun team I've ran all season, Double Fire, with Shadow Chandelure running Energy Ball. Big shout out to my friend Wholesome for inspiring me to run Double Incinerate, by the way. It was a blast to run, and I did quite positive with it as well. For now, we're just going to head into battle number 1, where I pick up a bad lead with Ferrothorn versus Arctibax. Gotta switch into Shadow Chandelure. Out comes Lantern, and this is exactly why I got the Energy Ball. This will do some big, super effective damage. Do they respect it? They do not respect it. It does so much. They still get to the surf though, but now I'll just easily shield this up. And we flip switch with a fire type versus a water type, which is just insane. The next water type comes in. It is Whiscash. Chandelure just barely hangs on, gets to the energy ball on the charge attack priority here, actually. So they're gonna have to shoot this up and then also use their energy here to take out my Chandelure. We've now flip switch. We've taken a shield. We can get Ferrothorn onto this Whiscash and then Talonflame into the Arctibax. This game is not yet over though. Dragons are definitely a bit problematic for this squad, but because Talonflame can hit neutral versus the ice type Arctibax, I should be in an okay spot here. When you're facing other dragons, by the way, especially Dragonair, Ferrothorn does fine there as well. So this team definitely has some play against dragons, but it's gonna be tough. But just watch the video, you're gonna see me play several. Alright. We shielded up their Dragon Claw of the Arctibax. They're gonna get to another one right now, but that's okay. This won't knock me out yet, and I should even be able to get to my next Flame Charge here. Honestly, I had no reason to throw Flame Charge here. I probably should have just gone Fly. Probably Double Fly would have been better, but you know, I got to the Double Flame Charge, so it doesn't matter. Take out the Arctibax, and Whiscash can't do anything versus Ferrothorn anymore. Fire off the Power Whip, and that should be a good game. Beating Dragon Double Water with Grass Double Fire. Just insane. Fire type, Talonflame into my Ferrothorn. That is not good. They bring in their Whiscash into my Chandelure after throwing a couple Incinerates. Do they respect it? This one does respect it. This is actually why you might want to consider running regular Chandelure rather than Shadow. Because I feel like versus regular Chandelure, these Whiscashers are more likely to no-shield the Energy Ball. Because this Whiscash likely shielded, thinking a Shadow Ball will do a lot already anyway. But for my regular, that would be less threatening. Anyway, I still got a shield. I have to bring in Ferrothorn here. If I just build up to 100 energy, I'll be one bullet seed away from a Thunder, meaning that I'll still be able to threaten the Talonflame with a hard-hitting attack as well. Okay, we get rid of the Ferrothorn now, or the Whiscash now with the Ferrothorn. Like I said, once you build up to 100, throw a power, be one bullet seed away from the Thunder here. This should hit Talonflame for a lot of damage to actually shoot it up. I'm now Talonflame with 2 shields up. And if you have a Talonflame with 2 shields up, you're looking very, very good. Unless there's a rock type in the back, of course. But it's looking like it is just a Vigoroth. I should have thrown my Flame Charge after just 1 Incinerate there. There's a little bit of bad timing, but it should still be fine. This does a lot. Should be able to farm down this Vigoroth now, actually. With 2 more Incinerates. Just a Body Slam. They will get to another one. But not a Rock Slide. So I knew I could farm this all the way down before they got to the Rock Slide. There's just a Slam, and I have a Fly loaded for the Talonflame. And single boosted, this should knock out from this point. We just beat another lost lead with Ferrothorn with Double Fire. GG. Alright, great lead this time. Out comes the Trevenant. Finally a good matchup for me. But Trevenant is interesting because Trevenant can actually throw a Shadow Ball here and almost knock out my Talonflame. So shield up, my opponent only goes for Seed Bomb. But now with the buffed Incinerate damage, Trevenant can no longer get to a Shadow Ball. Back in the day, Trevenant would be able to reach a Shadow Ball here. But because of the buffed Incinerate damage, I only reach a Seed Bomb. And now I can keep my Talonflame alive and do some damage onto this Lantern. Unfortunately, I'm a shield down though, and shield down Chandelure generally isn't that great. Just super squishy Pokemon. But if there's another Pokemon weak to fire in the back, I should be looking good. And I'm kind of expecting a second Grass type, to be honest. Ends up being Ice type though, in Frostlass, and these Incinerates do so much. They get to an attack here. I don't think this Incinerate has hit yet, so I really want to shoot this up. Thinking that it's still going to take 2 Incinerates to knock out, but no! That Frostlass actually went down in 3 Incinerates, which is just... What? That's 15 turns. That's 15 turns. And the Frostlass went down to fast attacks. Just mind-blowing. I hope you're sitting down. I hope you're sitting down, because this just crazy destruction by Chandelure there. Anyway, next lead Credilli. Ferrothorn pretty much walls this. They can only throw resisted attacks. So I'm staying in, of course. I think it might be a water in the back though, so I need to save Ferrothorn. They also brought Sableye now, which makes it easier to save Ferrothorn, because I can bring in Talonflame versus Sableye. I think, yeah, I'll shoot this up. They're now at, I believe, 9 Shadow Claws, which means they would need they're now at the foul play, I think, or they're 1 away. I think they're now at 11. This is 12. Yeah, now they're 5 away from our next foul play from a third one. So I just throw one Incinerate, go for the fly here, since it's a little less energy than Flame Charge. Should be able to get to my next fly rather quickly versus that lead Pokemon, which was the Lantern. I think I actually go for... Oh, I saved the energy. Yeah. Oh, no, it was Credilli in the lead. Yeah. It was Lantern in the back, Credilli in the lead. Like I was expecting. Something weak to Ferrothorn in the back as well. Something my fire types can do nothing against. But Ferrothorn is so strong versus both Credilli and Lantern that I will be able to just bring in my Ferrothorn versus Credilli, take it out. And now I should still be able to get to a Power Whip versus this Lantern. Bring it into a range where either my Chandelure or Talonflame can get rid of it. Yeah, look at that. My Chandelure has done nothing so far, so I'm actually going to try to Incinerate it down with my Chandelure. Just to get a little revenge on Lantern. Let's go! You do love to see fire types beating water types. That's great. Even though it didn't do much, it was great. Okay, Carbon Lead. This is incredible for Ferrothorn. Absolutely incredible. I wall everything. So I'm just gonna go for the power up. They're staying in though. And this is kind of scary. Because they're staying in, I'm quite worried it's gonna be a water type in the back potentially, which would still kind of wreck my Chandelure and Talonflame. So I need to be aware of that and try to save my Ferrothorn for that water type. Or the Dragon type. Out comes Dragon type now, Dragonair. This would beat both my Chandelure and Talonflame as well. But Ferrothorn doesn't care. As you can see, Power Up does a lot of damage. If it faces in the lead, you can actually win the 0 shields and 1 shield scenario, so it's really not too bad. But my Ferrothorn is already so low, that's now bad. Just gonna let this Aqua Tail go, bring in Talonflame. I think I should be able to maybe Incinerate this down. At this point, they have shown 2 fire counters. I'm hoping there's not a third, and that my Talonflame and Chandelure can Incinerate everything down. But unfortunately, it ends up being a Lantern, so yeah. A triple weak to Ferrothorn, but also triple strong versus fire, so nothing I could have done there, unfortunately. Alright, Metacham lead. Out comes Swampert. Unfortunately, I switched quick enough and they reached the Hydro Cannon before I could reach Energy Ball. I'll just let this go at this point. I don't think it's worth going a shield down there. They would likely shield as well, so we take 1 shield. But then they would probably be able to fully Mudshot me down before I get to another Energy Ball. So I opt to just go for a Bullet Seed down with my Ferrothorn instead. So I have a Power Whip loaded for this Metacham. Already do some chip damage, bring it into Incinerate downrange for my Talonflame. Bring it in now, and now it's just all up to what's in the back now. They've already shown a water type. If it's another water type, this is over. But if it's like a flyer, Skarmory, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm fine. I shielded up the first attack, thinking it might be Psychic, but it was just an Ice Punch, so I'm guessing they're not running Psychic. I can let that go. I throw this. I was really hoping I could farm down there before they got to another Ice Punch. Unfortunately, I cannot, so I'm forced to throw the Flame Charge and shield up another Ice Punch. This is not too great. Unless it's something that's super weak to Talonflame in the back, I lose. It is something super weak to Talonflame in the back, though. Out comes the Venusaur. I'm a double fly already. And this is, guys, why you have to be prepared for Talonflame, okay? Just bring like 2 answers, at least. Or at least not 2 Pokemon that lose hard. Because this is gonna happen. GG. Alright, Skarmory lead. For Thunder Ferrothorn, actually not the worst, but I have 2 fire types in the back. So I might as well just bring one out. Chandelure, of course, is the pivot here. Bring out another Whiscash. Do the respected damage this time? They do. Unfortunately, most Whiscash I faced shielded up the Energy Ball. And like I said earlier, if I was a regular Chandelure, maybe they would not have shielded. Maybe they would have let it go, thinking it was just going to be a Shadow Ball. And Shadow Ball from regular Chandelure would not do that much. But we won't know. And I have a regular Chandelure to test it out. So we're doing it with Shadow. Anyway, this is still okay. I took a shield. I can bring in Ferrothorn, farm 200 energy. Unfortunately, I got the Scald debuff. But that's okay. I can Power Whip here. Go under charge. No, I don't. A little bit. I should have undercharged more though, so I got a bonus hit, so I already got a Thunder loaded. But this is fine, okay. We bring out Vigoroth now, and Talonflame is just looking good. Vigoroth is actually pretty good versus Talonflame because it does have Rock Slide, but Talonflame with a shield up should be able to easily power through it. Just go for the Flame Charge. If they let this go, that's fine. I got boosted Incinerates then, but they actually shield it, but just best case scenario. I think this, I don't know if this could be a Rock Slide. I think it could be, so I shield it. Now I just throw my Flame Charge immediately. They catch it on Skarmory, but this is totally fine. This is totally fine. This will do so much. It's already boosted. Look at that. I think 2 more Incinerates do their job now. Oh, that damage just disgusting. It's so much damage. And now I got a Fly loaded for the Vigoroth too. Yeah, Talonflame is just a real menace as a sweeper. Bye-bye Vigoroth. Another Medicham lead. Yeah, a lot of bad leads with this team. I think majority of leads were pretty bad. But I still went 8-2 with this squad, so it did really nice for me. Out comes Clodsire now. This is not bad. This is not bad. I can go for the Flame Charge, which just does so much damage. Coming from a Shadow Chandelure, even on the bulky Clodsire. It's just so much damage. The Earthquake, honestly, Sludge Bomb will probably knock me out. But they go for the Earthquake, which is great, because now I can farm down. They shift Pelipper. I'm surprised they did not bring out Pelipper versus Chandelure, to be honest. They really should have done that, but this is fine with me. I Flame Charge bait. Go for the Energy Ball now. Get both shields, which just sets up my Ferrothorn and Talonflame up so well. Yeah, this... Oh, look at that. This is resisted Incinerate damage. And we brought the Pelipper into the yellow. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how much damage Incinerate does, especially boosted by Flame Charge. I just take that Hurricane there, because I can. And now I bring out Medicham, bring out Talonflame. This is a Psychic Medi, which makes this kind of scary, but also not really. Because I can just go for the Fly immediately, get rid of the Medicham. And now I have a Talonflame, a Shield, and a Ferrothorn to take care of that Pelipper. And that should be more than enough. Actually allow me a full Incinerate sneak in here. So I just shoot this up. Throw the Fly. This will take care of the Pelipper. That's another Talonflame sweep right there. Alright, what do we have next game? Greedent. Okay, Greedent, they switch out immediately. I'm gonna assume they don't have Crunch then. Out comes Poliwrath. This is an awkward Pokemon for me to face. Both Talonflame and Chandelure do okay, but not when they have an energy lead. So go for Power Whip first. Now, I should still outpace the Poliwrath. I'm gonna shoot this up. Scald, but they debuff me, which is just so bad. This will mean the Fly won't knock out, which sucks. Which really sucks. However, I don't need switch advantage. The Greedent probably has Trailblaze Body Slam, which means it can also only do resisted damage versus my Chandelure. So I opt to just save a shield for Chandelure, bring it in now, farm down the Poliwrath. Out comes Greedent now. Mud shots are adding up though. Mud shots are really adding up, which is kind of awkward. Body Slam. The whole resisted does a lot. I go for Flame Charge now. They are only one Mudshot away from the next Body Slam. So I won't be able to farm this down. They actually save the attack though. They bring out Talonflame. I go for the Flame Charge, hoping they shield it up. They do shield it up. Bring out Ferrothorn. If I can get to a Thunder here, I might be able to win this game still. But unfortunately, I just don't reach it. Incinerate's too strong. And this time, I'm the one getting swept by Talonflame. GG. Alright, another Skarmory lead. Another pretty... Well, it's not a horrible lead, but it's not great for sure. Out comes Poliwrath now. Since every single Whiscash has been shielding my attacks, I'm just gonna bait this time. If a Whiscash shields, Poliwrath has to shield, right? And they do. Good call there. I'm gonna let this go. This was just an Icy Wind. It was just 7 counters, which is not enough for Scald. Scald is 8 counters, so let that go. Just go for another Flame Charge. Do a lot of damage here. At this point, since this is their best answer to a Fire type, I'm expecting Talonflame to do very well in the back. I just bring out Ferrothorn here. Counters are super effective, but I can't really do that much with their charge attacks, unless they're running Dynamic Punch, but they've already shown Icy Wind. I'm expecting Icy Wind Scald. Icy Wind I can take. Go for the Power Whip. And then bring out Talonflame afterwards. Just instantly into the Medicham. Another team that's just core broken by the Talonflame. And we win that game. As you could see, this team just did so amazing. Every team has like an answer to a fire type on their team. We saw a lot of Wishcashers, we saw Poliwrath, we saw Lantern. But once you lure that out with the Chandelure, which is usually able to grab a shield or do a ton of damage with Energy Ball, Talonflame is just free. And it destroys very, very nicely. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your battle, trainers.